Hello and welcome to another live game. This one's going to be Define Me. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy 21st birthday to Define Me. He's also a streamer. Please do check this guy out. He actually is very good stuff in terms of what he does in terms of the Dota world. But this is going to be a request from Asler Phoenix to cast this game. But it's going to be another Earth Spirit game, which is kind of what I didn't want to do, but it's his birthday, so I couldn't do anything. Nonetheless, he's in position 4. He gets a nice little roll in there to kind of start things off and never give up. And he actually gets the rune, so he gets the roll in, the stun, does a ton of work on the Spectre already. So, boom, he's making plays already, making sure that his presence is definitely felt. And he gets a more traditional itemization. This is different than what we saw in the last game. Actually, this is kind of what I go when I play him. Not to say that this guy's copying my build, but actually there's actually a guide, the most highly rated one, the best one, and this is the one that I go as well. Although he did change things up. He didn't go with the salve, he went for the Fairy Fire instead. But the roll in, they find it right on Queenie. Giamor Bomon is doing some work. The Spectral Dagger is going to connect onto both, though. But LC does need to be a little bit careful. Define Me as well. He's getting gone on. When you're getting ganged up on by a Spectre and you have to run away, that's actually kind of a little, sad, I would say. Embarrassment. And he's going to roll away. He should be fine. And again, if you're new to the channel, we like to watch the first 10 minutes of our particular player, because I feel like the laning phase is super important. Making sure that you see the camera work, what they're doing well, how they're like moving about. And we'll see, after the first 10 minutes, again, we'll see the other lanes and kind of look at this as more of like a group general casting in that sense. But I think that this is a full snack by Define Me, because this guy, whenever he plays, he's usually teamed up. And he doesn't invite me, so sad on me. Sad trombone, right? No, I'm just kidding. Define Me is still only level 1. He did buy a salve on that return, but it looks like they're pulling the creeps. So Define Me having to TP back like that. You're letting them get some last hits here and denying some XP, but okay. Define Me there, getting a good, just stopping that. It's going to be going stick next. Spectre LC. I mean, the Spectre could potentially suffer, so they need to ensure that they have a good lane for him. Spectre is one of those, obviously, he's the almighty carries that can potentially be, carry you in the end, but the laning phase is not his strong suit. I'm sure every Spectre player is just like, I just want to go to late game. I don't want to do this laning thing. It's stupid. So it's going to come down to this Earth Spirit making plays, but he's getting, harassed here by this Disruptor, who's doing a pretty good job of just kind of zoning and clearing them out. One thing that I noticed from Define Me is the fact that he's got full mana. You probably want to just throw out a... Oh, he's going to go for the Courier Snipe. He can go for it. One. Can he actually micro that away? Oh, Okay. All right. I thought he was going to get... the sidestep was going to happen, but unfortunately... fortunately for Define Me, he's too quick. He does get that Courier there. And he's going to look for more couriers. He's on a courier hunting spree. Disruptor's nearby. Doesn't be careful that there's no pull. LC is getting kind of zoned out here. He's going to meet the Disruptor. Just trade some shots here. This is a better love story than Twilight. The Spectral Dagger will connect as well. But he rolls away. He's about half life. And Disruptor gets kicked in the face with the boulder. That's never pleasant. But Spectre's going deep. Oh, okay, now he's just going to TP away. Interesting. I did not see a second spell by the Disruptor. So I was wondering maybe if he went Glimpse. Right? Because if he glimpsed there, they actually killed the Earth Spirit. But it looks like First Blood has been drawn elsewhere. The Earthshaker does go down. Sorry, we need to look at his perspective. Earth Spirit getting away. No boots. He's going to go full wand first. And I guess you don't have to have that just because the fact that you have Rolling Boulder. But I prefer boots. Stick into boots. I don't really care about the item, the value. Like, because especially as a roamer, you probably want to be jumping around lanes, right? The 290 movement speed is slow. He's going to just run up on this Disruptor who is looking elsewhere as he got punched in the face a couple times. And he's looking to fight this one. The orb is doing a decent amount of damage. He just has all of his mana. He's get the kick. That's going to be the first use of And the roll-in is going to be on the point. Disruptor getting a little low. Doesn't be a little bit careful. He's getting a little bit close. He does have a Fairy Fire. The Earth Spirit, that is. And bam! Define Me with his solo and the BM. Define Me. Oh my gosh. The disrespect there. Getting it on Disruptor. I mean, you had him. I like the way that he kind of paced himself with the spells. He didn't go all in. And nice roll in. And they found the Spectre. And he's going to try to Fairy Fire himself. He's going to... Okay. He gets killed in the end. LC will take that one. Really nice play. Really... You know, 2 kills right in a row by Define Me. That was lane winning at this point, especially since it's 5 minutes now. And it looks like he's going to get both of the runes on his way back. So Define Me showing the world how to play a good roaming position for Earth Spirit here. He's saving the rune. He asked a question. He asked mid if you wanted the rune. But Wind Ranger's only level 5. Doesn't need to be careful. Blood Right is there. Oh, do you see Spirit Breaker? I don't know if this is a bug in the game, but you can definitely see Spirit Breaker waiting in the wings in the mid lane. Roll in. They've got him. The Rupture is going to be committed. They get the charge as well. The Blood Right is on both of them, and Vice is getting bounced around. And with that death, the Bloodseeker ends up killing him, and the Earthshaker is there with the Fisher. They just kind of lock him into place. That was actually really well played by both the Bloodseeker and the Spirit Breaker. I mean, the Rupture was on point. What do? You look at TP, and he's like, oh, you can't TP because I've got the Spirit Breaker charge, and then you got the Blood Right on top of that. And with that heal that he got, I mean, by killing the Wind Ranger, the Bloodseeker just back to full and made it impossible for Earth Spirit. Oh, nice kickback, saving the LC here. Define Me, showing how it's done. I mean, yeah, he died, but he instantly TPs, makes a play, and the power shot is on point. The headshot there, 360, no scope. He gets it, and Quint is getting... yes, he does die in the end. He's a little too slow. I don't think that Disruptor has boots yet. As I say that, he has boots. Hang on. Does he have boots? Hang on. I'm trying to click on... No, he doesn't have boots. Okay. That was somebody else. So, yeah. Really well played by the Earth Spirit and the Wind Ranger there as they TP in, make sure that they got both of those kills. So, they're 5-2. Spirit Breaker, just kind of walking around, doesn't have boots, from what I know. Spectre's only level 4 here. The LC, on the other hand, is level 6. Not a good situation for the Spectre. Never where you want to be. He hasn't really had the space to kind of just farm. But, I mean, yeah, it's only 7 minutes, but when your LC, your laning opponent is level 6 at what? You know, under 7 minutes, you got a problem. There's a charged mid, but again, we're gonna focus on the Earth Spirit. This is his game to watch. It's a birthday present, so to speak, for Define Me. Wind Ranger gets gone up on the, you know, Rupture into the charge. Just makes it very difficult to keep any sort of save on him. TP now from Define Me. He wants at least the Spirit Breaker because I think that's the one you go for, especially since it's low. He gets glimpse back. He tried to go for that one last roll, and he's back where he started, unfortunately, and he's at step 1. Nice glimpse there, but the roll was a little off the mark. He probably wasn't going to get that kill anyways, but he's level 4 now. Roll forward, and they found the Disruptor. They kick him back. Disruptor was there into the duel, and they've got the silence. Do they have the damage? They do it. Okay, they end up getting the kill, but they didn't get the duel damage, which is unfortunately what you wanted, especially with the LC there, but I'm wondering what he could have done better. I mean, he had all 3 skills. Earth Spirit, pretty much nothing he could have done. If anything, maybe they delay the duel just a little bit, just so that there's a little bit more damage before you go into the duel, but sometimes this is the way, you know, the cookie crumbles, so to speak. You don't have enough damage, and to calculate all of that wasn't going to happen. So, unfortunately, not able to get that kill. But, I mean, he's still strong. They still get the kill, so... I mean, the dual damage would just been gravy on top of that. Shake Shack, or whatever his name is getting gone on by the top lane. Earth Spirit still only level 4, though. He's looking for that perfect time. And the creeps aren't... Oh, and they have the duel. And there we go. Into the roll in. That's a nice combination. The kick. Do they have the silence? They don't actually have the damage for it because he didn't have the mana to do everything. And that is a struggle of Earth Spirit, to be brutally honest. Like, and it's no real fault of Define Me. His spells, what, 250 for all 3 spells, right? And you only have 450 mana. So potentially, you can do one set of all of your spells at once. And if you did it, and they just did it on the Disruptor, he didn't have the mana left for that Spectre. Which is really unfortunate as he gets away and he TPs out. So, Earth Spirit struggles to get mana. Especially early in the game, and he's only level 5 right here. So, there are times where he has to do the Walk of Shame, right? or he gets, you know, a raindrop. I like a value raindrop at times. I think that helps. Urn is definitely a high on the list as well. Usually for me, I go brown boots into Urn, but the dagger is going to be used. The rolling boulder will be used as well. The charge is going to hit onto the LC, and I think he's going to let him die. Define me. This was what defines him, in the sense that he will let his teammate die. No, I mean, there's no choice. There's no chance. And Define me with a smart retreat. Unfortunately, the LC is going to have to tank that one. Oh, he's going to go for this. He's going to go for the rolling boulder. He does get it, and he gets the rune, but he's going to pay with his life. So, yeah, I don't know if that was worth it. But it helped the team at your, you know, at the cost of yourself, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, you got the rune, and the second rune is there, and they potentially could have lost that one as well. So, okay, and LC's gonna TP bottom. All right, and then Wind Ranger's making his way bottom as well. Spectre is, oh, okay, the Invis from the Wind Rangers. They could make a play here. They do have a ward, so they do need to be a little careful. This is Spectre level 7. The Shackle's going to connect, and they got the nice little roll there, and that Never Give Up is in a bad spot, especially with a duel, and that's going to be winner, chicken dinner. Just really nice setup play by the Invis. Did not expect him nearby. The Shackle there. The TPs are coming top. Hang on. Let me just see this. We're past the 10 minutes, and Oracle gets gone up on here. Bloodseeker's got Blade Mail. Bloodright is going to be used, and he's going to just kind of get zoned out. The Fisher's there, but he's on the wrong side of the Fisher, that is. This Bloodseeker, and he's looking to fight this power shot. The charge back. And it looks like he's going to stop this. He gets glimpsed back into the disrupted field. They're looking to fight this. The Bloodright is there, but Quinn is looking to fight this. Mono, Imano, and Vice just has to stand and fight. Can't deal with 4 heroes as he goes down. Really nice gank. It's all off the back of this Bloodseeker. The Rupture just doing work. Just runs at you, right? And you got the Spirit Breaker making sure that this guy can't TP or get any, you know, away in any way. And it looks like they're going to take the, I think this is the first tower. Oh, it's going to be a race. Bottom T1, oh no, the top T1 goes down first. Actually, I feel like it should be like League of Legends, where the first one should be rewarded. Okay? And yeah, I played a little League of Legends, don't hate me for it, but there are times, you know, the different games, they have small things that could be, change a little bit of the quality of life. I think that taking the first tower is pretty important. And give a little bit of gold influx, that'd be kind of nice. That and the surrender thing, but let's not go there now. So it looks like Blade Mail is going to be the first big item for the LC. He's got phase already. They've got a smoke. And they're going to look to make their way towards the mid lane. They're pinging out the Bloodseeker. That would be a nice kill, assuming they can do it. The PA, they're even forcing the PA to get back. The Rolling Boulder does connect, and they've got Sana where they want. They silence as well. The Shackle's not going to miss, but they got the duel, and the Blade Mail's doing some work with the power shot, and now the PA comes in, but the LC's going to secure that kill, and that's a pretty big streak, 443, with the 5 kill streak going the way of the LC at this case. So that's a pretty good kill to kind of start things off. Can they turn this into a tower? That's the big one. Like, you want to take away as much space as possible, right? Yes, you've hampered Spectre's growth in the sense that you've kind of made sure that he didn't have the greatest of lanes, but you got to kill mid. What did that turn into? Other than a little chip damage mid, it doesn't look like there's that much more that you could have gotten. I mean, that was actually pretty massive, don't get me wrong. Killing that Bloodseeker, pretty huge, especially at this stage of the game, considering he had a 5x streak, which is pretty massive. But Bloodseeker's back. I'm sure he's a little bit angry now. He's going to go Blade Mail into Rod of Atos. Just other ways to kind of just control people. Making sure that they can't get away. Spear Breaker. Buddy. Alright, so roll in. And again, another duel. So 20 duel damage going the way of this LC here. Jamar Beaumont. I'm assuming it's French. And that was my French accent. And it was terrible. But unfortunately, the Spear Breaker does not survive the duel here. Just the amount of burst that they have could potentially be... Like, it's huge. He's going to be going Earn next. And, yeah, looks like the PA is continuing to farm. Is going to be going Battle Fury. Okay. For me, I'm not a huge fan of going Broadsword first. I mean, yes, it has the damage or whatever. But I feel like Perseverance, the combination of these two, does more work. And, hang on, let me just check out this Perseverance, right? Oh, Gate Spell. Perseverance, right? The HP regen, the mana regen is just pretty massive. LC, buddy. He gets killed here. I mean, I guess it's a non-factor at this point. I think the stage at what he got at his items, especially after treads. Okay. Okay. Blood right here. DD on his Bloodseeker. He's almost got his Atos. He's going to start looking for ganks at that point. Spectre, on the other hand, has had a rough go at things. He's going to go Blade Mail next as well. And then, can they find him? Spectre sees this. The win run. He's going to be committed here. And he gets juked. He actually loses sight of him. They're pinging around. They don't know where he is. Define Me is looking for him. And it's an all-out chase, but they actually couldn't find him. Holy crap. The Spectre gets away just by running around that tree. They got the charge in, and they're looking to turn this around. They're going to go for this, the Wind Ranger, who gets back in. The Shackle's not going to connect onto him. Shake Shack. Shake Shake. I'm going to call him Shake Shack. I think that's a better name for him. The Fisher is going to connect onto one, though. The Kick is going to connect on, and the Rupture is going to be used. And they've got the duel. The Echo is going to be used, but he's looking to fight this one, and they're trying to go for the Disruptor. He doesn't actually get the kill. Jomor Boban is running for his life, like all the Frenchies do. Pull out the white flag, and he does get killed in the end. Which doesn't always happen in history. But nonetheless, they've got a roll in. They found the Bloodseeker, who's by himself. They've got the Silence, the Magnetize, and Sana. Actually, his name is Sana Sana. In case you didn't know, I can read Korean. Boom. But Sana Sana goes down there. Charge here. Oh my god. Spirit Breaker has a Midas. Is he going to use the Midas mid-charge? Let's see. Is he that smart? He's not that smart. He's old. He's just going to look at a bash. Okay, now he uses the Midas. Okay. Midas. You got to Midas the big creep. The catapult in that case. So, old buddy. I understand you're a support. You don't really know how to use a Midas. Because most supports don't. But you need to ensure, or you need to know where you guys are kind of, or what creep to Midas. I think it's super important. And by the way, what? I know, Define Me, hang on. Define Me, what is this guy? He's Divine, Unranked Immortal? I think that's like oh, Ranked Immortal. Oh gosh, guys, what is this? Hang on, wait, what is this? Okay, so it's Unranked Immortal, guys, except for Define Me, who's clearly not a Defined. Okay, just to kind of lower it down, so to speak. But okay, that's how they want to play. It's pretty much a unranked Immortal game. I think that's pretty much the average, I would say. And looks like he's going to be going BKB. Ooh, my computer stuttered a little bit. Two neutral items drops. What happens? My computer freezes a little bit, or stutters. Rupture's going to be committed. He's going to try to keep himself alive. The charge is there. The Blade Mail is just fighting around. He gets bashed back with a Nether Strike. Jombo Babon goes down one more time. One more time. And it looks like they're just going to push forward. And, yeah, 20 dual damage. Hasn't really been able to get anything going. I'm wondering, is this itemization like the Blade Mail? Like, okay, don't get me wrong. The Blade Mail is super good. There's a whole bunch of magic here. Like this Earthshaker, you need to deal with that, right? You need to keep yourself alive, and that BKB will definitely help. So I see why, but I'm wondering if overall it might have been better to go Pipe. Because it won't save you from all the stuns and everything, but it will help your team survive. So this is one of those things where you need to... This is like a selfish choice by the LC here. Oh... They got the Rod of Atos. They found the Earth Spirits. And the False Promise is going to be used on Vice, who's going to burn, at least from what I can tell from this icon here. The nice kick in. And they're going to just slow it down. Vice gets popped like a little pimple there. Shake Shake is still running. They got the charge up on the Oracle. And the Spectre Haunt is there. The Blood, right? And they want Bigger Fish, which is going to be after all. And they're going for PA. And they're looking to fight this. And he's looking to go. And he's looking to just stand and fight. Really not much you can do. He's got the Dagger, the Fisher as well. And they've got him. And it's a 3 for nothing. And it's going the way of the Radiant here. And just a really nice fight. And it all started with the initial... Okay, the kickback. Rod of Atos locks him in after the first boulder. But... Okay, it's a level 3 rolling boulder. He should be fine. And yeah, they haven't been able to capitalize. They haven't been able to get the good ganks off. I mean, you just got Battle Fury on your PA, right? 19 minutes. It's a little slow if we're just comparing, right? I mean, yeah, he doesn't really have... I mean, he has a Battle Fury and the Blade of Alacrity, but oh my god, we've been on Last Hits forever. Net worth. This is the biggest one, right? the Bloodseeker has been on point. He's been making good ganks. He's been making sure that every single time his Rupture's been off cooldown. As I say this, never give up, is getting in a bad spot. The Blade Mail's there, which is really nice against that Focus Fire Wind Ranger. Oh my gosh, and that is the problem. You need to learn how to stop. You need to just say no means no and get your hands off the Spectre, okay? Wind Ranger, okay? You can't just blame on what Spectre was wearing. You know, oh, sorry, that's a dark joke. Nonetheless, you got to be careful. You got to just stop the Focus Fire, right? You can't just be focusing it whenever you want. This is why if you're looking at the Bloodseeker and, you know, the Spectre, both these guys got Blade Mail, right? So Wind Ranger, like, what are you gonna do in terms of just like the amount of burst that they have from the PA and the Wind Ranger? And they roll in on old. He's just an old dead space cow, and he does go down. Yeah, LC's around almost as BKB. Shake Shack has Blink. Is going to be going Yules next. Okay, I could see that. And here comes the Rupture. Define Me, taking a lot of damage from that roll in. Does need to be a little bit careful. They're trying to keep him healed. Sana, on the other hand, is going to get gone on here. And here comes the Echo, two-man Echo. And they got him with a nice little Fisher on the back end of this. The Static Storm is doing some work, but they got the winner chicken dinner. Joe Moore Bonbon gets the dual damage. And they've turned that around. It's a 4-for-0. That fight looked bad, but it was a little bit of an overcommitment. You got the Rupture on the Earth Spirit. You thought you were fine, but he rolls away, and the Bloodseeker continued forward. That was a full-out retreat that they should have done, but they got caught out. They thought they were fine because they thought they had the Echo, the Blink Echo on the back and all of that. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I don't even think the Spirit Breaker was live, so more reasons to run, and they're going to pay for that one. And that was actually a pretty bad misstep, and it was at the cost of the T1 mid because of that. TP away. More farming here. And it looks like Spirit Breaker is the next target on this list. And again, I'm not a fan. Like if you watch this and you're like, Spirit Breaker getting a Midas, that's such a good idea. I'm gonna tell you it's not a good idea. Oh, the roll! Oh, I thought he was gonna do it. But that was like a hitbox thing. Like he probably should have hit. But the fact that the charge is like in that front arc, he's like a bulldozer. He got hit on that one, so that was actually super close. Because that roll should have connected. No, oh, he did a Rupture if he wanted to go, but they want to go for the LC. They Rupture him, and they got the charge as well. The Blade Mail is going to be used to here just to kind of keep himself alive and do a little bit more damage. But Joe Moore Bobon is left lost in the trees, and he's by himself. And they've got the Wind Ranger as well, and they've got the Haunt. Oh no, sorry, I thought I heard Haunt, but I'm just hearing things to find me. They stepped in front of that. That was a really nice block there. And they're going to look to get more. They're going to look to get the fourth one to find me. He's looking to not be able to do anything. As he gets roll, he misses. Oh, he found Shake Shake. He gets the kick, but that's not enough damage. Even with the urn, does this guy tick? No, 66 life. And PA is just happily farming. And he's going straight Glass Cannon. I'm not a huge fan of this. He needs BKB to fight. Like, this is a pretty big one. This is a pretty big one. I understand that you got the Battle Fury, you can farm faster, but you got to choose, right? If you're going all in, like literally the Spirit Breaker and the Earthshaker are just going to stun lock you to death. You're not going to have much of a choice. So this is actually a pretty big misplay. I think itemization is a big problem right here. I mean, you can keep yourself alive, maybe with this Oracle in the back, False Promise, all that. But the potential for you just getting caught out and getting blown up is very high. You got Morbid Mass, trying to keep yourself alive. You still have Rupture through all this. So Sana's making his way around. Can he actually find it? He gets the Rod of Atos. He's got the Rupture. And they got the charge. Is going to be used. The silence is there. The Blade Mail. And he actually steps out of the Blood Ray. He's looking to just fight this one. And yeah, not much you can do again. And he gets charged there. And he gets killed. And beep beep. This speedy little... okay, gets dueled here. But I don't know if that's the right target. Joe Moore Bobone might have chosen the wrong one. Define Me blinks forward. He kicks away the Bloodseeker, letting him live. Define Me. He's going to get locked in there with another Atos. And it looks like the Echo as well, and that was a team wipe. And I feel bad for this team because I'm like, oh, Define Me, I'll just, you know, cast one of his games for a birthday, but I'm pretty sure this guy wants me to forget this game. But nonetheless, we will continue because we're too far in. We're too far in. 24 minutes. We're committed. Okay. Nonetheless, Bloodseeker gets away. Just really well played in the fact that he's been able to go in and out, make sure that Rupture was there, not letting the PA do anything. And again, if you had BKB, you can fight. But he didn't even have BKB, so Like, what is this PA gonna do? Power shot there. Glyph, slow things down. Charge away from Spirit Breaker. Gonna go in the top lane. Just focus on the other lanes. Take away all the T2s. Take away all the space. Make sure that the PA doesn't have much farming to do. But 40 dual damage at 24 minutes. You're not having a great game. Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna try to kill the regen. You know, he's pretending to. Like, Spectre did not have a good game. I mean, this guy's on fire now. But, like, this is basically off of the back of Bloodseeker, who's been, like, literally everywhere. Making pickoffs, rupturing people. Just, taking control of the game. And he's got Rupture 1. It's up off cooldown again. And he found everybody. Everybody's nearby. The roll in. The nice silence on Shake Shake. And they have him. But the Clumsiness is going to be committed. The Blood Right. The Static Storm as well. Here comes the Haunt. And Define Me gets blown up. The BKB is going to be used. And he's looking to duel the Disruptor there. But he gets bashed. And the Disruptor wins the duel. So that is worst case scenario. Especially since you're giving up all that XP. And PA is just trying to fight him. And he actually gets killed as well. There's no Oracle nearby. They needed the False Promise. That was actually committed on somebody else. They were not able to do the disrespect. This is how you get into their heads. You start tipping the core, realizing that there's really nothing he could have done. I mean, yeah, his itemization. Just, I feel like enough space was provided where the PA probably should have gotten a decent amount of farm. Atos into the Blood Right. He's going to back up here. Charge is going to be used, but I think they just cancel that, right? There's no way you fully go for this. And they're going to focus on the racks. PA's another 30 seconds. I don't think he buys back here. Blood Right, just a little bit more zoning. Never give up is continue to focus this, but they're going for the melee one. It's like, you got to go all in for the melee one or not. Or go for the range just for that permanent chip damage. Spectre getting a little bit low. They do need to be careful. The Blood Right. They've got the horns. They're going to be coming, and they're looking to just at least get it. They got the melee racks. The roll-in does connect. They got something on this. Sana, they got him with a nice little shackle there into the duel, so that's something. That's going to be the good start. Nice little duel there. And the Disruption Field will stop him into place. The TP, can they get in? The roll, just a little too, so short, so close to find me. And then here comes the charge. They're trying to get it, and that's no way you get that one. It's a high-speed car chase, but Define Me's in the Pinto, unfortunately, and not able to catch up. Alright, 60 dual damage, has Blade Mail, or sorry, BKB. And it looks like they're going to turn this into Roshan. Perfect timing, good call. I like this. I mean, you kill Bloodseeker, there's no way he buys back just to deal with the Rosh here. I mean, they could, but I think it's a little too late at this point. And they're going to focus up on Roshan here. They've killed him, they've gotten the Aegis. LC's sticking around. He's taking a decent amount of damage. The BKB now, or said the Blade Mail is doing a lot of work. The False Promise is going to be committed on the PA, and he's looking to fight this. The dual damage is going to be used as well, and they found the Spirit Breaker. The Static Storm is doing a lot of work, and they do get him, but here comes a nice Echo. The Aegis has been popped. Shake Shake has gotten something of this. They've gotten PA. He's back from the dead, and LC goes down after all by himself. No BKB. What are you going to do? No False Promise? And yeah, you get killed here. 3 for nothing. Define Me's the all-out retreat. Time to get on out of there. And they've got the Haunt. They found him. The smoke is there. They're going to find him. They got the Atos, but he rolls away. They did get the Oracle. Define Me is running for his life. He does have another roll if he wants to go, but no actual Remnant. So he's going to be a little slow. The Dagger's going to connect, and that should be the end of that, especially since Sana's on his trail, the Clumsy Net. But he's been rolling bouldered back as well as the Glimpse. And that is a team wipe. Fix the lanes. And they're looking to take this T2 top. Rough. If anything, Radiant, they could be taking this this outpost here. And then, especially since 30 minutes is going to take over soon. Hasn't been the greatest game. It's been kind of tough. And this might be, to come back from this game might be very difficult at this point. I don't know if if this got a BKB instead of, like the Desolator, Morbid, like in terms of priority, like the BKB lets you live long enough so that you can do your damage, right? If you're going Glass Cannon, you get stunned once, you're pretty much just dead, right? Because of the damage that they have on the team. Like that, this is why BKB is super important. If you're gonna go for the offensive item like the Battle Fury, like I get it. It makes sense. It helps you farm. But you have to alternate. You go offensive, defensive. In that order. You just consistently, you gotta make sure that you stay alive. And this is a pretty big mistake by cores that I see in, at all levels of the game. They think that, you know, I have this Oracle that can keep me alive for however long. I mean, even with False Promise, and this is just not enough, right? You need to ensure that you have your BKB on your own, especially with this lineup. Like the Spirit Breaker and the Earthshaker are very similar in playstyle in the sense that they just control you. Yes, they do a decent amount of magic damage, especially now. I mean, he's got Octarine, holy crap. But, like, they just stunlock you. If you have a BKB against an Earthshaker, this guy can't do anything to you. And this is why it's like, it's a sad day for an Earthshaker. If you play against an Earthshaker, you buy BKB, this guy will cringe. It's like the ultimate counter to this guy. Like, all he wants to do is magic damage and stunlock you. And if you have BKB, it nullifies everything. They charge in. They found the LC. The Glimpse back. The Static Storm. Oh, okay. He BKB's out of that one. And they thought they were going to wait for him in the BBQ pit. But unfortunately, he just gets out of that. Fisher's going to be completely off the mark. He was just trying to fish for that one. Spirit Breaker, though, does have Heaven's Halberd. And yeah, they're going to just focus their attention on the T2 bottom. And more Midas action. I actually want to know this guy's his efficiency with his Midas. I know he had it early. And yes, I talked poorly about it. But this is the thing, is that you weren't able to fight early. And we'll see the dips in the graph because of this. Like, you're not able to fight because of the fact that you went Midas like that, right? Like, I feel like Spirit Breakers want to be that charging fool that is just creating havoc, especially from the early stage. Because this guy, in a way, does fall off. I mean, this will secure you more in the long run, but I would rather you have a better earlier game, give your Spectre an easier time, and let him win the game for you. Alright, so Bloodright on the Ancients, more farming, and this is prolonging the inevitable, right? You don't have any map control if we're looking at just the dire side. Like, actually, pretty decent vision. The wards there. I'm surprised the Radiant haven't been able to deward that. But in terms of control and actually getting out of their base, so to speak, almost, you know, impossible. And a little like smoke here. Charge. And they found the PA, who doesn't have BKB. And they're going to just clean that one off. And here comes the nice little Echo. And they've got him again. He's got False Promise. Yeah, he's taking a ton of damage, though. But the Disruptor's been killed. And they found that. They've got the Duel as well. And they found the right one in terms of the Earthshaker. They do get that. But they killed the PA. And that is all your damage. The Wind Ranger hasn't really been able to do much. Bloodseeker's just run up on the Oracle, just blowing him up. And they've gotten the LC as well. They've got the Atos on the Wind Ranger, who has MKB and not much else. And yeah, here comes the charges. Again, no BKB. This is a no BKB game, and this is what happens. Defineme just rolls back, and it looks like they're going to focus their attention on the Rax. And they're screaming for Fiona. And this is going to be an interesting decision. Okay, it looks like they're going to go for bottom. No. They're like, no, we can just end this game. And they're focusing on the T4s here. Couriers nearby is being fed. Why not? And I think they've given up, yeah. I mean, they have a couple buybacks, but Spirit Breaker, Earthshaker, man. Against these heroes, if you're not buying BKB, you're doing things wrong. You're honestly doing things wrong. And it looks like they've given up. Oh. Is it Bloodseeker? Not actually. He's just on follow. Trying to bait it out. But Spectre does decent amount of damage with MKB. I mean, this counters the Wind Ranger. The Diffusal just counters everybody else. Oh, and it counters the Wind Ranger and the PA. Defineme gets stopped there. The Amulet, just not enough. They know exactly where he is. And yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. And that's going to be the Ancient Rupture's going to be committed. And why not? You just dive in the fountain because you've got your creeps doing the work. 33 minutes. I mean, it could have been better, obviously. They had a better lane. I mean, they stopped the Spectre, but the biggest issue was that Bloodseeker. He was the clear MVP of this game, making sure that he controlled all the lanes and everything, and we'll see exactly why. I mean, 16-4-12, right? Like, this guy was just on point. This guy was a menace. Itemization wasn't a huge fan of the LC one, as well as the PA, which we talked about. Sorry, I want to see the itemization of the Wind Ranger. I feel like that could have been better too. Yeah, Naked Jab into MKB, but he got it so late. Like, I don't know what the farming was. I wasn't really, like, I felt like the Wind Ranger wasn't really in action. So I wasn't able to see too much of that. But I feel like that was, the timings are all poor. Like, this is when he got the MKB at 25 minutes, right? Comparing apples and apples, the mid. 25 minutes, he has Blade Mill, he has Atos, and he has BKB, all before you got your first MKB. Right? This is pretty telling of the game. Haven't been able to stop that. You needed to figure out ways to kind of deal with this Bloodseeker. You need to have ganked him. You need to ensure that you guys are sticking together. But yeah, good game. This is unranked Immortal. This is what you're going to see sometimes. Sometimes sloppy, sometimes they're really good. You're going to have some peaks, so to speak. Nonetheless, it was still a good game, but definitely a lot of things that we can learn. I hope you liked, I learned some stuff, so it's great for me. If you like what I do, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you.